Recording.
Now that'll be on the recording.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We are so happy that you came to join us, whether you're here live and in person or whether you are watching the recording. We're thrilled to share with you this exciting itinerary to Greece, Albania, Sicily, and Italy. So we'll first get started. This is on the wonderful Azamara cruise line. And I'm going to present a little video to give you a little teaser of what Azamara Cruises is all about.
Push beyond the obvious, and perspective is open to change. When you see parts unknown in ports less known, unwind, stay the night, and just slow down. Wander, but never wonder what a place is really like. The difference is night and day. Azamara, change the way you see.
Well, I hope that gave you a little teaser of what Azamara is all about. Now, we'll go a quick view of our agenda tonight. We're going to talk about this wonderful, wonderful cruise on Azamara. And the thing that's so exciting is that we have better than direct pricing. We took this group out several months ago. We locked in the pricing. So whether you want to cruise with a group because you want to do stuff with us, or you just want to take advantage of our price and do your own thing the whole time, you can do it either way. We are just happy to have this better than direct pricing and this wonderful cruise to show to you. So let's get started. I've got a couple of slides to tell you a little bit about our travel agency. Steve and I have been in business for 12 years. We are definitely a client-focused business. Our whole focus is about finding these great deals and then letting our clients know about them and getting you a better than direct price. We have been in business for almost 13 years now. And Steve and I are explorers at heart. If you follow us on social media, you know that we are constantly traveling, and we use that firsthand experience to give our clients that insider tips, all the things that you need to make sure that you are having your dream vacation, because we've been there, we know the inside scoop. So we like to say that we leverage our firsthand travel experiences to create exceptional vacation experiences tailored just for our clients. And with the internet being so good on cruise ships, we can work from anywhere in the world. So you can reach us no matter where we are. You've got an insider on your behalf, somebody that is your advocate at the cruise line. We have a low price guarantee. You'll never pay more booking through us. And in this case, for this cruise, we've got better than direct pricing. And phone call is always a help. Help is always just a phone call away. We answer our phones when we are traveling, and we also have an office manager that answers them when it's kind of odd hours. So we're thrilled that we are able to provide such good service when we're traveling. So here's a look at this really unique itinerary. It gives you kind of a smorgasbord of the Mediterranean. You've got Greece, you've got Albania, 2 stops in Sicily. And I have to tell you, we just got to visit Sicily in April and May, and it was amazing. And then overnight in Salerno, Italy, and then on to Rome. So what's so great about this is this cruise is really bookended with 2 must-see cities in Europe. And you can start your cruise in Athens, maybe come in a couple days early. I can help you plan a custom itinerary for those couple of days. And of course, you'll want to see some of the highlights like the Parthenon, the Acropolis, and the Acropolis Museum. If you come in a little bit earlier than that and have some more days, you could do some all-day tours that would go a little bit further afield. You could visit places like Mycenae. You could do a biblical tour of ancient Corinth. So lots of things you can do on Athens end of the cruise. And again, I can put together a custom package just for you that's catered to everything that you want to do with hotel tours, whatever you want to do. So our first stop on the cruise, once we embark on that beautiful Azamara ship, we're going to visit the port is Catakolon, and you take a tour. It's about a half hour away to visit Olympia. And there you can visit the ruins of Olympia. You can tour the museum where they have all these amazing relics, very, very beautifully displayed. And then the town itself is just adorable. There's shopping and cafes. Yeah, look behind me. There's the museum at Olympia. So I always like to show what some of the excursions that Azamara offers are. So again, they have that ancient Olympia, the archaeological museum. We've done that. So Steve and I might choose to do something a little bit different, maybe experience some Greek food and the farm life, something like that might appeal to us, just because we've been to that museum and Olympia before. So Azamara offers a wide variety of excursions, and then CruiseOne also offers other excursions that you can book that are third party with a return to ship guarantee. So we can set you up with that if Azamara doesn't have exactly what you want. So then we'll head on to Sarandë, Albania. And this is known for being just a beautiful, beautiful port town. There's a lot of ancient history there. When I put this presentation together, it's a new port for them, so they hadn't really put together what their excursions are, but there is a 16th century castle on a hilltop with amazing panoramic views of the Ionian Sea. There's a beautiful coastline there, and again, the beautiful waters there, and then that local culture there. This particular place has been a resort town for years, so it's known for its warm hospitality, its regional cuisine, and it truly is a coastal gem in Albania. So then we're going to head on to Siracusa, Sicily. And this is kind of another undiscovered favorite that Azamara offers. I've been to Italy many times. I got to visit Sicily for the first time just a couple months ago. But this will be a new port for me. I have never been to Siracusa, and I haven't seen the era of Dionysius, and you know what? We didn't indulge in some of that Sicilian cuisine, so I think we might have to enjoy some of that when we were there. We did have gelato. I tell you, the gelato is great no matter where you are in Italy, and it's a perfect thing to pick up when you're walking down the street. But here's some of the different tours that Azamara offers. You can go visit this UNESCO World Heritage Town. You can go wine tasting. You can go bicycling, and then you can see the port city of Siracusa, see some of the classic Greek and Roman ruins that are there. So really a wide variety of things that you can do in this town of Siracusa. Now, then we're going to head on to Catania. And we actually, this is the port that we visited in April, or was it May? Steve, was it April or May we were there? I'm confusing it all. But anyway, there's a Greek theater that is on top of this beautiful resort town that you can walk through and tour. You can see Mount Etna from all different places throughout the island. Just if you get off the ship in Catania and then you drive to see these other places, and you see this beautiful coastline, lots of tunnels and bridges. It's an amazing drive just to get out there from Catania. So there's so many different things to do in this area as well. Here's some of the excursions that they offered. Taormina is the place that we visited. It is a beautiful seaside coastal resort, but the old like medieval Renaissance town is up at the top of the hill, and it's right next to that Greek theater. So you get to see both this old medieval Baroque town, the Greek theater, a lot of different things. So they have a lot of options for you when you are visiting Catania, Sicily. And Salerno, Italy. This is along the Amalfi Coast. And on this trip, we just came back from we got to do one of my bucket list items, which was to visit Pompeii. I might even be inclined to go back there because we got to see just a few things while we were there, and there's so much more to see at the ruins of Pompeii. We were there for like 3 hours.
Spend a week and not see it all.
You could spend a week and not see it all. It is an amazing place to visit. We were also there during high season, which the nice thing about this being October is not high season. So you won't have, 4 or 5 ships in there, all bringing their tourists in at the same time. It's going to be a much more relaxed pace to go visit Pompeii. There's also the Amalfi Coast, which I have never done. So that's kind of something I'm looking forward to doing. And then there's also the ruins of Herculaneum, and they are a little bit different than Pompeii and just equally as interesting. And also they were destroyed, of course, in that famous disaster that created that wonderfully preserved Roman town of Pompeii. So again, so many different things to do here, and we're overnighting. So that's the nice thing, is that you could do one of these activities on the first day and then say take the leisurely Amalfi motor coach the next day. Or maybe this is a port where you want to get together with 4, 6, 8 of your friends and hire a private tour, have that private tour of Pompeii, maybe the private drive of the Amalfi Coast. And I have resources for that as well, if that's something you want to do. So
They announced where the AzAmazing Evening is going to be. Is it in Salerno?
They have not. I would think that it would be in Salerno, but they haven't said. It's possible, well, because this is a shorter cruise, that it could be held on ship. So it's possible they could bring the entertainers on board the ship to do the AzAmazing Evening. Either way, Azamara is so good at that destination immersion, and we'll talk a little bit about that after we finish the itinerary. But this is a very, very interesting and exciting itinerary. The cruise ends in Rome. So if you've never been to Rome, again, you can book in this with Athens and Rome, spend a couple days in Rome. I can put together a custom package that has all the tours and the things that you want to see. And it would be exactly the way you want to do Rome, rather than just taking like a package deal. So that's the nice thing about working with me, is I'm able to put together these bespoke packages. And what are some of the things to see in Rome? Oh, I've been to Rome many a times. The Vatican is fabulous. The Trevi, and you could go say hi to our American neighbor, the Pope. You can go say hi to the Pope at the Vatican. There's the Trevi Fountain. There's the Pantheon. Every corner in Rome has a beautiful, beautiful Romanesque or Rococo church. I mean, there's no limit to the art and beauty in the city of Rome. And of course, the food is fabulous. You have to find the places that the locals go to. Don't go visit a place where the guy's handing out a coupon for $7.99 spaghetti on the corner. Don't go there. Go to the place that the locals go to. And again, try that gelato. It's one of my favorite things to do in Italy. So this is our ship. This is the Azamara Quest. It's a mid-size or small ship, 750 passengers. It has everything that you would be looking for in a ship in terms of restaurants, music venues, entertainment venues. It's got 5 restaurants, different bars, a wonderful pool, a wonderful spa, a gym, everything that you would need. But it's only for 750 people. So if you don't want to be arriving in your port in Greece or Italy with 5,000 of your best friends, this is the way to do it. It's such a small, intimate cruise ship experience. So I'm going to go to the next slide, and we have a little video about the small ship sailing with Azamara. I have to tell you, in that little video, it talked about some of the special things they do. And they really have a personalized service on Azamara. They have an officer's barbecue where the officers cook your lunch out on the deck, and it gives you a chance to interact with the ship's officers. They offer a lot of late night departures in many ports or overnight, like we'll be doing in Salerno. They're really about giving you that authentic connection to your destination, and they visit a lot of rarely visited ports. And then they offer something called the AzAmazing Evening. And sometimes this is offered in town. It's kind of like a field trip where everybody gets off the ship and it's included with the price of your cruise. They put you on a bus and they take you to this wonderful local venue where you have local entertainment. These are two examples of the ones. This is the one on the top is in Dubrovnik. We went to a castle there and we had folk singers and dancers perform for us. And then the other one was in Montevideo, Uruguay, where we had their carnival themed performances, and they had people performing all of the different kinds of music from their carnival experience. So in Italy, they are going to bring something either on board the ship or bring us ashore to something that will be equally as authentic and equally as immersive in the destination. And it's one of my favorite things about Azamara is what they call the AzAmazing Evening, and it's included in the price of your cruise. It's absolutely a wonderful experience. Let's talk about that small ship personalized service. So always included with Azamara, you get a variety of dining venues, wine, beer, and spirits all day long. It's not just with lunch and dinner. Whenever you want to order that drink and your wine. Now, it's up to a certain price point, but you can also upgrade to the more premium one, and then you get some more choices. Again, they have that AzAmazing Evening. They also have a couple other signature events, and I have a slide on that. You get self-serve laundry service, so you don't have to pack everything from home. You can go in there, the laundromat, and do your own laundry. And then tips and gratuities are also always included with Azamara. And they also have special events. So one of my favorite events is the White Night Party. They encourage everyone to dress in white. It is a big barbecue out on the deck, and literally everyone on the ship is serving the food. All the officers are there. You get all kinds of different barbecue, seafood, chicken, regional cuisine.
That guy's grilling whole tenderloins, which they served. They had lobsters and jumbo shrimp. They had everything.
Oh, it's an amazing event. And when I was at Cruise 360, which is a big travel agent convention, the CEO of Azamara was there, and they always have at the gala that is our Hall of Fame awards for the cruise industry. They have several cruise lines that bring their entertainment. So Royal Caribbean brought Wizard of Oz and Back to the Future. Norwegian brought Six. Dondra from Azamara brought the AzAmazing Evening. So she brought a band that would typically play, I think, a couple of cruise directors and assistant cruise directors, because they all sing on Azamara. So they wear a lot of hats on Azamara, and they put on this party where they just take turns singing. They sing the best party songs that you've ever heard. And it's a big dance out of the deck. They do it in such a way that it really engages the guests and makes them want to participate. So it's a really special event because, as I said, the whole crew comes together to make it efficient and memorable. So wonderful, wonderful White Night Party, one of my favorites. Lots of variety of entertainment. They have a cast that does little production shows. They usually have 4 singers and 2 dancers that are part of this cast. They also have live bands. They have a piano player. And like I said, most of the cruise directors and the assistant cruise directors are singers. So they will put on a featured vocal performance. Sometimes it's opera. Sometimes it's popper, that kind of mix of pop and opera, and sometimes it's Broadway, or sometimes it might be classic rock and roll. It just depends on what genre that cruise director or assistant cruise director specializes in, and it really makes it a lot of fun. You're never bored with the entertainment on Azamara. And they also bring local performers on ship to do, like in Argentina, a tango show, or they had a gaucho show one night. So really interesting stuff. Great food. The buffet on Azamara might be my favorite buffet at sea. And Steve and I cruise about 15 times a year with all different cruise lines. So they have a wide variety. They can satisfy any diet if you have special dietary requirements. The main dining room has great food and service, but they also have Aqualina and Prime Sea. You can purchase a dining package to visit these restaurants. and attend more than once. I think everybody gets at least one night in each of those. Is that correct, Steve?
Yeah, it depends on the cabin category, but everyone gets at least one night in each. If you book
Yeah.
the suites, you get did. I think the concierge is like 2 nights, but yeah.
So definitely, really a chance to have both the main dining room food and these specialty dining events at no cost, no additional cost. And again, they can accommodate any kind of dietary restriction. They just ask, if you can put it in writing 80 days in advance ahead of time, they make sure they have it for you. Again, fresh ingredients, variety of vegan options. I mean, you can see all that food is beautiful. The wine tasting, I believe that's a picture from our wine tasting that we did in South Africa, which was absolutely fabulous. We did a blind wine tasting on that cruise where we all had to smell the wine and try to guess what it was. That was especially fun because the sommelier said, "What would you guys think about doing this?" And we're like, "Oh, that would be so much fun." So we really had a good time with that. That was an amazing experience. Of course, that was a little bit extra charge. Those kind of special events are extra charge. Here's just, again, a recap of some of the dining room experiences. They have a patio grill that's open for like burgers and dogs and nachos and tacos. The Windows Cafe is their elegant buffet dining. And the thing I like about the Windows Cafe is that when you go in there and you sit down, someone immediately comes over to you and gets you wine or water or whatever you want to drink. It's very attentive service. Sometimes on the bigger cruise lines, you're kind of like, okay, I have to go up to the bar and get my drink, and then I go sit down. Well, on Azamara, they are taking care of you from the minute you walk into the buffet area. And of course, the main dining room, seated, formal, the specialty is just over the top. There's lots of big lounges and public spaces. I mean, it is a smaller ship, but it never feels there's plenty of space for everybody who is on the ship. And even if you like look at the pool deck, you can see there's plenty of room out there for everybody to enjoy. So whether you want sun or shade, it's a lovely venue. And then the accommodations are really quite nice. Now this is the starts at category. This is a very modest interior cabin. I'll be first to admit these are not huge cabins, but this is a great cabin for somebody who's on a budget, or maybe somebody who's traveling solo and they don't want to pay a big single supplement. So if they book an interior cabin, that helps keeps their overall costs low. The ocean views. This ship has quite a few of these lovely ocean views. They have the big picture windows. They're very nice. Some of these even have a sofa bed. The veranda and the veranda plus are 175 square feet plus a 40 square foot veranda. The verandas are very nicely sized. They have a lot of depth through them. So on some newer ships, there's a veranda, but it's not very deep. And the veranda plus, if you book that category, it adds some extra amenities. So not only are you moving maybe to a better location, but you get internet minutes, a bag of sent out laundry, not self-service laundry. And you get an additional specialty dining night. Is that correct, Steve? And
We'd have to
complimentary
check to
endurance
make sure, but
spirits.
I thought
Yeah,
I thought all got one night, but we'll have to verify that.
okay, yeah, we'll verify that. We cruise so many cruise lines, sometimes we get them confused. But so the Club Continent Suite, this is one of the larger rooms. This is what we have booked for this cruise. It's 266 square feet plus a 60 square foot balcony. You get internet and minutes or 50% off unlimited internet. You get a bag of laundry. You get, again, unlimited specialty dining. And you also get access to the therapy pool on the spa deck. So it gets you, access to a couple of other things. That's why we like this. I like the extra room, and I'll just go back to that slide. I have a big desk. I can put my computers out there and have plenty of room to work while I'm on the cruise.
I have room to set mine up on the table.
Yeah, Steve. So we're actually pretty comfortable for working, and we do that when we travel. We work when we travel because we own our own business. We just, that's what we have to do. But I'd rather travel and work with a better view than just stay at home all the time. So there are some owner suites, some large suites on the ship, just to let you know that they exist. But here's our pricing. So in the ocean view and the veranda 3 and veranda 2. Veranda 3 is going to be on, you know, a little bit forward. Veranda 2 is a little bit more midship. We have an amazing offer for you. So I have in this column here the Azamara direct price. Okay. And then there's a current onboard credit offer that does not combine with our group rates. So that's why I've put that on there. And then I've calculated the difference between this price and this price minus that onboard credit. Okay, because this is your net savings because you don't get that onboard credit, but you're saving, you know, 590 to 330, 350 per person by booking with us rather than booking with Azamara Direct. And this is because we took out a contract with them. We got a special deal. We locked in the pricing months and months ago. So it really is to your benefit. Not only do you get all our expertise and our planning, but you also get a better, well, how can I put it? You get a better price and a better experience when you book through us. There also have something that's called the Essentials Package, and it's $8.99 per cabin. So you divide that in half, that's $4.49 per person. And it adds a lot of value. It adds $1,260 of value. We almost always get this. You get $200 towards shore excursions. You get unlimited Wi-Fi for one device. And of course, we need that because we're working. You get unlimited beverage package. So it's the ultimate beverage package for 2. So that gives you the upgraded beverages. And you get $100. It's an onboard credit. You really can use it for anything. They call it a spa credit, but you can use it on board for really anything. And then you get a bag of laundry that's you know, sent out and brought back to you. And then you get a chef's table or the 3-table tour. So the 3-table tour allows you to do 3 nights of specialty dining during the course of your cruise. I do recommend that you add this. It really makes a lot of sense to add the Experience More package. So if you want me to do a quote for you, I can add that in and you can see it all together with everything you get. And then we have a couple of perks exclusively for our groups. So we have a $100 onboard credit for our group. And actually, I probably should have figured that in that other slide, because when we add that $100 onboard credit, it gives you $100 more value towards you. So you get that. And then we're going to have a private wine tasting. And I think Azamara just does such a great job. Their sommeliers are really educated and very engaging. And maybe we can do like one of those blind ones like we did. That was so much fun because we all had to try to figure out what it was. And the sommelier would guide us. You know, we'd say, you're on the right track. So then we would say, I think it's this, I think it's this. You know, it was kind of a lot of fun. So let's get you booked. We've got these early booking rates that we locked in. Again, the rates are much higher if you're booking directly with Azamara. You're going to have our amazing service to take care of every process of your planning from start to finish. You're going to have our guidance with your shore excursions because we have been to so many of these different places. We can tell you, oh, we did this, we liked this, we didn't like this. Our clients have been to this one and they did this. And of course, we're going to help you with all your planning for your flights in and out of Rome or into Athens, out of Rome. And then we're going to be on board with you to make sure that everything is exceeding your expectations through the entire process. And if you book now, you can get those all-inclusive perks as well. So we want you to join our fun group of like-minded travelers. We've got 16 guests booked on this already. You can do as much or as little as you want with a group. If you're just not a joiner, not a crowd person, you don't even have to say hello. We're fine with that. But if you want, you get to enjoy this intimate but never crowded Azamara ship experience. You know, it's always a great place. We can always find each other and hang out for happy hour or a drink and enjoy each other's company. And then we don't want you to miss out. These group rates are great, but they won't last forever. Once I sell out of my allocation, I won't be able to get any more group rates. So here's again a great look at that itinerary. Again, it hits so many hot points for the Mediterranean. You've got Athens, Greece, to begin your cruise. Then you're going to go to one of the classical places, Olympia. Then Sarandë, Albania. I mean, you get to put another country on your list that you've never been to before. And then 2 stops in Sicily, overnight in Salerno, and then again you can end up that cruise with a custom package from me for Rome. So it's an amazing experience. We would love for you to book with us. I'm super excited that you came to learn about this. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about some of our other group cruises that we have going.
But wait, there's more.
Is there more?
Oh, the Windstar.
No. Oh, well, I'm coming to that. It's coming up in my other group cruises. So let me get to that in a second. So we have a couple escorted river cruises that we're doing. And we've got some webinars that are on our website, on our YouTube page already. We're doing a couple more this week or in the coming months to let people know about this. So some exciting deals there. And then we've got Antarctica 2 ways in 2026. So we also have groups going to Antarctica in 2027. If you want to do just a scenic sailing cruise in Antarctica, that's what it looks like. You sail through the straits of Antarctica from the comfort of the ship, but you don't ever get off because the ship is too big. But we are taking an expedition ship to Antarctica. We've got 1 more cabin at our discounted rate and I think that cabin has gone up to about 18K, but we still have a better than direct rate. And it's on this amazing 120 passenger purpose-built expedition ship. We have YouTube webinars on that if you're interested in learning more about that, or just give me a call. We've got with Holland America, we've got a wonderful Scandinavian capitals. And the nice thing about that is it bookends really nicely with this Best of Norway tour through Globus Tours. And so you basically get off that ship and then you do this land tour of Norway, which is an amazing experience. And then this is the part that Steve said, wait, there's more. So we're having a webinar on this on Monday. Is that right, Steve?
Yep.
We have a recorded webinar from April 22nd if you want to go check it out on our YouTube page. But we'd love to have you come live because we'll have all the up-to-date information and pricing and all that kind of stuff. But this cruise, it ends 4 days before the Azamara. So what that allows you to do, you go on this Windstar, 300 passenger gourmet cruise ship, get off the ship in Athens, spend 4 or so days in Athens or the surrounding area, taking some of those tours to like Corinth or maybe to the monastery district, do all that. Then you get on the Azamara cruise. And the nice thing, and I'll show you how it works. The nice thing about doing those 2 cruises back to back, different cruise ship, different bands, different music, different entertainment, different food. So it won't be too much of the same thing. So it's going to be a wonderful experience to do these back to back. We are booked for both of them. We have, like I said, we have about 16 people booked on the Azamara, and I think we have about the same number booked on the Windstar, and some are doing both and some are only doing one. So we have people that are doing both in one. And again, if you want to learn more about this, come to our webinar on Monday. Windstar is an amazing cruise line. Their ships are so small, they can go through the Corinth Canal, and that's what we're going to do on this cruise. So that's very exciting. We are just thrilled to be able to offer both of these at better than direct prices with, amazing service and beautiful ships. So we do have other groups. So we have it on our groups page on our website. Literally, we have groups with many, many different cruise lines, going every place in the world. So that's a way to save money because our group price is almost always going to be a significant savings over booking direct. And you need to sail a different ship, different sail date, different itinerary. Call me. We have a list of like 40,000 cabins that we have on all different cruise lines at below market rates. So that's the advantage of working with a travel agent, is that we can sometimes get you these deals that you can't find anywhere else. And with CruiseOne being a preferred national account of many different cruise lines, we often get exclusive rates. CruiseOne's franchise organization is the #1 retailer of cruises in North America. So we have a lot of buying power, and the cruise lines see the value that we add and will give us some of these exclusive rates for us to push to our clients. So it's it's just sometimes hard to get the word out. So that's why we have these webinars like this. Look, I'm going to save you money. It's a fabulous cruise. Book it. It just, we just got to catch people's attention. So this is just summarizing everything. We want you to book as soon as possible for the best cabin selection. You're going to get our tremendous group savings. We've got our $100 onboard credit for our group. We'll have that exclusive wine tasting event. You'll have that AzAmazing evening, and of course, all of our great service as your travel agents. So we want you to reach out to us if this is something you think you're interested in doing. I can put a room on hold for you. I can answer any questions you might have, details about Azamara. We have sailed 3 times with Azamara, and we're very much looking forward to sailing with them again. We did Croatia with them. Was it? Yeah, it was. It was Croatia, Chilean fjords, and South Africa. So very different itineraries, and they did an amazing job in every single one of those destinations. So I'm going to see if anybody has any questions. If you want to maybe put it in the chat, or if you
have
want
a question, you'll need to unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself and ask. I'd love to answer any questions you might have.
Nothing in the chat box right now.
Okay. And no questions. So I kind of feel like I don't get a lot of questions because I try to be very thorough in these
I have a
presentations.
question.
That's okay.
Okay, so do they offer, like when we went to on the Danube, they offer like walking tours. Do they do that?
So in a lot of these ports, the exciting place that you go to is going to be not going to be necessarily right in town, and they're not included.
Right.
With Azamara, they're all extra.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, like Taormina, we took a bus. We drove partially around the island, went up this big hill and saw this wonderful thing. So once we got there, it was a walking tour. That's why I recommend doing that experience more package, because it gives you some money towards the shore excursions that you're going to need to purchase in addition to the cruise fare.
Well, in addition to that particular package you showed, they have higher ones too that add more to it, right?
Yeah, they have some other ones. And if you look at the pricing, I'm just going to go back to my price screen. Let me go all the way back there. If you look at the price point for Azamara compared to a river cruise, river cruises are usually running about $1,000 more per person than this. And one of the reasons for that is that the river cruises are so inclusive, and they include all of those excursions. So with Azamara, you can kind of customize it so you're spending your money where you want to spend it. So again, amazing excursions, great. We have been so impressed with every excursion we took with Azamara. So we did do a walking tour in some ports. So some of them will be walking tours, but again, they're not included. They're extra.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And then
Well, if there's stuff to see in where we
information.
actually dock, you can always get off the ship and walk around that area on your own too.
Yeah. And then we'll get information on all the different tours so we can pick which ones we want.
Absolutely. You can engage in that travel agent, the traveler's planner portal as soon as you make deposit and look at the excursions. Some of the river cruises don't release them until after you've made final payment, and then you can pick and choose they have them listed, but you can't pick them.
Yeah.
With this one, you will want to book your
Excursion.
your favorite excursion as soon as possible, because of the fact that that some of them could sell out. So,
But on
and if you
in the Azamara site now, they list the excursions for the towns, right?
they already list all the excursions. So as
You
soon
can
as
look
you
at them
have your
ahead of
booking,
time. Well, you can look at them ahead of
Okay.
time.
yeah, you can look
Okay.
at them ahead of time and see them now and see what there is to offer and what they have. They do have some great excursions. So I just kind of took a sampling when I put together for the presentation, just to kind of give people an idea of what the excursions were like in this destination.
Okay. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
And do we have any other questions? Okay, well, I'm gonna thank everybody, and then we'll stop the